am excited to show you today this really simple recipe that you can make at home with just a few ingredients. We're going to be making today an onion bhaji, which I first tried on the streets of India, but I'm going to show you now how to make it at home. So all you need is some chickpea flour. This is called besan flour in the shops, and it's readily available in organic food shops and your big supermarket chains as well. So we've got 3/4 of a cup of the flour here. We're going to add in 1 tablespoon of my tandoori curry powder. Now this curry powder is just pure spices. There's no extra salt or fillers at all added into this, so it's got a really powerful concentrated flavour. So we're going to mix that through the flour and also add a little bit of salt. So I'm using some Himalayan rock salt, a pinch of that in there. And then we're going to squeeze in a lime. So if you haven't got lime, you can use lemon. And depending on how big your lime is, you could potentially add the whole thing, but you may just need to ease back on the water. So with this batter, you just want to make sure that it's a nice thick consistency. So I've got one cooking here, it's browning nicely. I'm just going to flip that over while we're chatting, and then I'll show you what that will look like. And you can hear that sizzle noise in the pan there, that's really what we want. Okay, so I'm going to add a full lime in because I really love the tangy flavour. And you do need to watch your oil cooking because it can splatter, so just be careful and make sure that you haven't got that pan up too high. Okay, so I've mixed all that through, and now once you've done that, it will just sort of be like a powdery consistency. We're going to add the water in. So we're going to add 1/4 cup of water. I'll just grab that. Add that in to our mixture, and now you'll find that makes a beautiful thick consistency that's going to coat the outside of our onions. So once you've mixed all of that together, you simply just pour that over the onions in a large bowl and make sure all the onions are covered nice and evenly. Okay, so I've got my onions here, so I'm going to add that in. Now if you find that your sauce is too thick, then just add a little bit more liquid, or if it's too thin, you just need to add in some extra besan flour. So mine's actually looking just a tad thick there, so I'm just going to add a drop more of water. And that's looking great now. So then all you do is pour that into the onions. And I'll get the rest of that out in a minute with a spatula. And just mix that through the onions, and it will sort of make a really, like a bit of a coating over the onions, which is what is going to help us fry that in a patty. Okay, so you can see that there, it's just coating the onions, and once you've got that all coated, you don't need to wait or anything. That is ready to add to the pan. So I'm just going to flip this little baby over. That's looking great. Give this one a nice stir. Okay, so you can see now I'm just going to, this is one I prepared earlier. You can see there that has just got a nice crispy texture on the outside, and that will be perfectly cooked in the middle. So you just add that to some paper towel, and I usually have about 3 cooking in the pan at once. So I'll just add a fresh one in now. And you want it to hit the pan nice and hot so it sizzles and sort of binds together nicely. And it's as simple as that. You can cook off about 4, as I said, at a time, and then serve that with some yogurt, some fresh chili or herbs, and you've got your afternoon snack ready to go. Enjoy!